Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be reviewing the Ford Bronco Sport Badlands. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Kengar Ford here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this Bronco Sport. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 21 around town and then 26 on the highway, with power outputs being 250 horsepower and then 277 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So popping over to the hood, you guys can see how it's raised there on either side. Definitely gives it a boxier design. And then popping down below, you guys can see here with the headlight design, I think that looks really sharp. Bronco logo there in the center with a camera in the very center of it. We've got tow hooks here on the front end, and then we do have fog lights on either side as well. And putting it all together definitely has, you know, kind of more of like an off-roader appearance. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 235, 65, 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels, you got the metallic gray with the all-terrain tires. And then look at the fender flare action there. Badlands logo here on the side, and then you guys can see with the rest of the bodywork. And then here is your full side view with the Bronco Badlands. Now taking a look at the key fob, you guys can see we've got your lock and unlock function, and we got the Bronco logo there on the back. And then this is pretty cool. You've got the glass opening because you can just open up that portion. And then you've got the door opening because then you can open up the rest of the hatch. Now the Bronco Sport actually has a pretty big cargo area for how small this is. And then notice the light here in the back, or to turn on the light rather. And then you do have a full outlet here in the back as well. So lots of practical stuff built in. When you're all done, you have this nice handle which you can grab and just pop. Pretty cool taillight design, and then you guys can see with the rest of the badges and everything here. And look at the receiver hitch there at the bottom. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the overall design here with the Sport. Now taking a look at the door panel, I get this cool design here at the top and then soft touch down below. And then I like the little storage space area right here. And then taking a look at the seats, you guys can see the mix of the cloth here, and I like that trim too. And then the cloth in the center, and then more soft touch trim here on the side. Legroom here in the back is actually really good. And then I like the little holders here. And then you got this little storage pocket. It is closable, which is nice. Some vents there in the center, and then you can see all the charging ports and everything down below. And then look at this, the cup holders in the center as well. And then last but not least, headroom is really good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you can see again the soft touch down below. All of our window controls here. We've got our mirror adjustments, and the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then taking a look at the front seat, look at the cloth trim. Then I like how there's that little blue insert there. But yeah, cloth down the center, and then you got like the vinyl on the side. Power adjustments, and then we have all of our light controls here, and then the steering wheel is manually adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see soft touch all around, and then you got darker stitching around the center portion. Paddle shifters in the back for the 8-speed automatic transmission. We also have controls for like your phone controls, voice command controls. You also have your volume and cruise control on the other side, and then your regular stocks here on the back. And then taking a look at the gauge cluster, you guys can see that it's analog on either side, and then we do have that screen there in the center, which we can scroll through, see different bits of info on the Bronco itself. And then we do have our GOAT modes here that'll pop up in the center. Notice most of them are for on-road use. We do have a few off-road modes though as well, since this is a Badlands at the end of the day. Got our backup camera with trajectories that turn with the steering wheel, and resolution is actually pretty dang solid with that. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, shortcut bar there at the bottom, and then down below the infotainment system itself, you can see some physical buttons. So, you know, putting it all together, it makes it so it's easy to use. And then this part of the dash is actually soft touch, which I think is nice. And then with the glove box, pretty good storage. And they do have some nice storage there. And then you can see down below, we've got our analog controls here for the climate system, heated seats, and then we got our charging area right here, some cup holders. And we've got our transmission selector here, parking brake, and then notice with our auto hold. And I like how we have a big Bronco here for the off-road cruise control. Stability control, it does have a twin clutch system in the rear to mimic a rear locking differential, your GOAT modes, and then your 4-wheel drive lock. Pretty good storage in the center console, nice padding here on the top. Now here's a quick look at the window sticker. You guys can see 2024 Badlands, and we've got some options here. If you're wondering, this is a It doesn't actually say the equipment group. Usually they say the equipment group on them. Just this 2024 model year. Oh, there we go. 400A. Anyways, total MSRP $42,295, and let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, do a blind spot monitoring, with the rest of the rear, and let us set off in the Bronco Sport Badlands, aka a real Bronco, right? I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. Maybe I'm gonna title it like, it's a real Bronco, because you know, it's got quite a bit of off-road tech, and I've seen some off-road videos with these Bronco Badlands. It's just freaking crazy, the stuff that people are able to do with the Bronco Sport. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, so far I do like these seats. I was a little bit concerned with the like cloth seats. I was like, ah man, I'm probably not gonna like these as much as the, you know, just full-on vinyl. But yeah, they're actually pretty dang comfortable, and it seems like they're pretty neutral temperature wise. So overall, I'd say a positive experience with the seats. Yeah, it seems to be comfortable, torquey, that's for sure. Like the turn signal sound. Ford has such an iconic turn signal sound with their cars. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think it's pretty cool. Good torque right off the bat. Excuse me. Moves well though. Yeah, I like the overall feel. Get our acceleration here and see how this 2.0 performs. Woo! That's pretty dang quick. Pretty dang quick. Smooth too. For a smaller crossover, it drives really well. It's pretty impressive. I like the turn in too. Yeah, this is pretty fun. Yeah, sorry, not a lot of talking during driving, but yeah, this is a fun vehicle to drive. It's got good power. So to cap things off, is it a real Bronco? Well, you know, I guess that's up to a matter of debate, right? I think though you know, super capable off-road, at least from the videos that I've seen. Yeah, it's unibody, yeah, it's independent suspension, so it's not, you know, your typical, you know, off-roader, but it still has quite a bit of capability built in. It's still pretty impressive. I'm seeing if I can squeeze through here. I think that I will be able to squeeze through there. This is parked on this pad over here, but yeah, I'll have fun with this. But anyways, with the Bronco Sport Badlands, I think it looks cool. It's got tons of off-road capability, and you know, it's, at the end of the day, it's less expensive than a big Bronco. And so if you kind of want some of the benefits of the big Bronco in terms of, you know, some of the looks and all of that kind of stuff, but you don't want to pay the big Bronco price, that's what the Bronco Sport offers. I know some people are still going to hate on this, but I ultimately think that it was pretty smart of Ford. And man, this thing gets up curbs really well. I was in a Ram earlier today, and man, I had to put that thing in 4-wheel drive just to get up a curb, and this thing had just, yeah, it doesn't like nothing. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, I think it's cool. I think because like the Bronco's the halo vehicle, and this is the more affordable vehicle that is very reminiscent of the halo vehicle. Let me know your thoughts.